Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details. The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, The Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Championship game, and looking at this matchup, they've already met once in the sectional tournament trip. It was a competitive game. Two teams on paper that, like we said before, very similarly built. You know, a lot of good pitching on both teams and guys that like to hit up and down the lineup.
Yeah, both these teams hit the ball very well. I mean, they're trouble for whoever you put on the mound. I expected some runs to be scored tonight. Certainly Lane DeLauder threw one whale of a game against Spring Mills, and he was on point. Didn't give away a lot of free bases. One thing about Musselman is they'll swing the bat, so they don't take as many pitches as some other teams do. That may play into his favor a little bit as well. But on the other side of the coin, you got Jason Myers, and he's one of those guys that, he can shut a team down as well as anybody. So we're seeing two of the better pitchers in the EPAC here against two of the best offenses. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
And this game originally was scheduled for Saturday. The rain came through, though, and forced it to today. But that really benefits both teams. Baden Hartman's going to return to shortstop. He was having some injury issues after being hit in that game against Martinsburg. He's returned now to shortstop. And for Hedgesville, it gives them more days off for Lane DeLauder, who was probably going to start on short days rest on Saturday, but now they get the extra days off, and he's able to pitch comfortably. And also Gage Gano, they feel better about putting him in the lineup from the hitting perspective tonight. So overall, it works out for both teams that the days off and get everybody kind of fully healthy heading into this game.
Yeah, I think both teams, was advantaged. in different ways for both teams to be off a day. I mean, certainly Musselman could use the day off and give Baden as much time as possible to kind of heal. As far as Hedgesville goes, those guys get their pitching staffs intact completely, except for Jackson Ruest, I believe. Musselman has everybody available except for Stevens, but both those guys will be available tomorrow if needed. So, both these teams are pretty much throwing out the best that they've got against each other at this point in the season. It's going to be a barn burner here, I think.
Hedgesville coming off of a win over Martinsburg 6-2 to advance to this game. Musselman winning all 3 of its games, defeating the Bulldogs and then the Eagles to get here. Winning 2 of its games to get here, looking for its 3rd win, a win tonight, and they advance to the regional. Jefferson's already wrapped up the regional, or the sectional on the other side, so things getting quite competitive in both sections, but Musselman with a win here tonight with 2 to win 1. That kind of allows them to take the pressure off here tonight. Obviously, they want to close it out, but they don't have to tonight.
Yeah, they really don't have to close it out tonight, but I think they're pitching, and it looks like they're ready to go. You got Baden Hartman back at short, and I think that helps you in your plans to want to play one game and win it all. I think that's huge in the fact that they want to do that. He's able to play short, and I think that helps you not only defensively, but just the fact his bat's in the lineup as well will help things as well. And you never know, depending on how he's feeling. I mean, I don't know how much you caught up with Coach Hartman, but maybe he could be a bullpen guy tonight to close things out. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah,
I don't think he's going to pitch tonight, unless they're fooling me. But I spoke to Coach Hartman and to Baden before the game. Both of them feel like that, he's healed a little bit. But Baden said once he gets going, it starts to aggravate it again a bit. But he's going to give it all he's got, start off on shortstop. And, they think it, according to the trainer, the initial prognosis is probably, or diagnosis is that it's maybe a deep bone bruise and really can't do anything to aggravate it any more than just play through the pain. And, Baden's the kind of guy that'll play through the pain and give his team all he's got. And we just hope that, he can stay out there and give his team all he's got and not, not injure himself in any way. But he feels pretty confident that it's nothing too serious. That he's going to give it all he's got. Says his pinky finger's a little numb as things get going, and it kind of feels funny, but he's starting to figure it out. Back up in the 2-hole tonight, puts speed at the top of the order, puts his bat at the top of the order again, and back over there on shortstop. So, good to see him out there for multiple reasons, and, especially for him in his senior season and being able to contribute. But, hats off to that young man for the guts that he has here. A lot of guys would kind of cash it in, in the big games, and he wants to be there, and he wants to be in it. And I think a lot of these Musselman kids are that way, but no different than the other side. That team led by Braylon Connor and his excitement and what he brings to the team in that dugout, and that group of young guys that just get it done, and 3-sport athlete leader over there, Jackson Ruest. So, it doesn't surprise me that we're here where we're at. I thought Musselman had the best team coming in this season, and they have an opportunity to prove it with that pitching staff tonight. And Hedgesville is certainly the 1 seed, but right now they're the underdog and have to win 2 out of 2 here.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. All starts in about 15 minutes from now, but we're going to take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine invites you to join us for the ribbon cutting and open house of the Expanded Heart and Vascular Institute at Berkeley Medical Center. Tours and refreshments will be available following the ribbon cutting Thursday, May 11th at 11 a.m. The Expanded Heart and Vascular Institute is located on the Berkeley Medical Center campus on the first floor of the Dorothy McCormick Center, 2000 Foundation Way in Martinsburg. WVU Medicine is proud to offer world-class heart care close to home.
4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states. Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
To the Hedgesville Baseball Complex here on the Skinner Law Firm countdown to first pitch. Skinner Law Firm injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. We'll now hear from both teams' head coaches. We'll start with the head coach of the Musselman Appleman, Josh Hartman, and then move over to head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Eric Grove. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at
WV Medicine invites you to join us for the ribbon.
6'3", 52-33. We'll start with head coach Josh Hartman. And joined by the head coach of the Musselman Appleman, Josh Hartman. Coach, your team sitting in the driver's seat heading into this sectional championship against Hedgesville. I believe as Dylan Stevens in a post-game interview said to us that you guys, he felt like this team plays best when they're able to have fun. Do you think having the, the pressure kind of off in this first game will help your guys stay loose and play well tonight?
I hope so. They were pretty loose in our pregame practice down at the field. Energy was there. Everybody was cutting it up, and they were excited to play today. So hopefully they can bring that energy and stay loose like you said, and because they were having fun.
With the rain out on Saturday, it allowed both teams to get some rest and potentially pitch some guys that needed it. Baden certainly needed some rest with his arm. Defensively, are you going to use him on the mound? How are you going to use Baden tonight?
He'll be back at shortstop. Obviously, those 2 days definitely helped him. Our trainer looked at him today. Earlier, he had like a cracking or something in his wrist, like the ligaments and stuff were swollen. That's no longer there, so those couple of days definitely helped that. He looked good on skin in pregame. Throwing looked good in his bats. Hopefully, he's out there and ready to go.
Who are you starting tonight, and what are you looking to get out of them?
I'm throwing Jason. Jason's a big game pitcher for me. He pitched well last time we played him up here. He got the win last time we were up here. Hopefully we can get deep in the game and we can get to that bullpen, get to Trevor, and close this thing out tonight.
You talked about that win that Jason had on the mound. It was kind of a weird game. They didn't get off to the best start, but those middle innings he really settled down. Then you guys pull away late. What are you looking for out of Jason tonight against this Hedgesville lineup that's had some success, obviously, this season?
Yeah, they're good. Like I said, top to bottom, they're good. They can hit all the way through that lineup. Hopefully, get head in the counts. Don't give up free bases. Don't walk batters. And have them put the ball in play, and our defense make the plays behind him. If we can do that, I feel pretty good tonight, Nick.
And then Lane DeLauder going for them. You saw him earlier this year. Obviously, a talented pitcher. Those days off certainly helped Hedgesville as well. They were able to pitch Lane on now 6 days rest.
Yeah, definitely the time off has helped him. This is actually the first time we've seen him. We haven't seen Lane throw against us this year. We saw Jameson twice, I believe, and Jackson the other time. So this will be the first time seeing Lane. Saw him a few times last year. The kids are familiar with him. Hopefully we can recognize the pitchers that are in the zone, out of the zone, and stay away from the ones that are off the plate and have good at bats.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Nick. Have a good one.
Now here at the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Eric Grove. Coach, your team advances after the win over Martinsburg. Able to put up 6 runs, hold them to just 2. What'd you like from your team in that game?
Big thing was we extended the lead late in the game. Really played pretty well defensively out of a couple silly things. So you have to play clean games against good teams, and we put enough runs across. We got to that run threshold I was looking for, and Jackson was able to battle out in the middle innings, and that's what made the difference for us.
I know you guys were planning on playing Saturday, but with the rain, in some ways it benefits you. You're able to get Gage Gano back in the hitting lineup and Lane DeLauder a few more days rest for the start. How do you think this benefits your team, even though I know you guys were planning on playing?
Yeah, we came out, and it was like, I think it would have been one of these deals, like if it was Tuesday or the sun never came out, we had a chance, but it never, I think it rained later than they said, and the sun never came out. So we Lane is probably, he'd like to get everybody 5 days in between, 100 pitch starts like that. So he's able to get that, and I think Gage felt better every day. We ended up hitting a little bit on Saturday, and he looked fine on Saturday, so I don't know that made a whole lot of difference, just for maybe some reassurance in his mind over the weekend. But both those two will be important to what we do tonight.
Musselman on the other side, a team you already faced in this tournament. This will be the fourth time you see them this year. What are some things you need to do better compared to the last game to get the win this time?
Well, we're going to have to execute if we're given the opportunity to bunt, steal, or take an extra base at the plate, whatever. And, hopefully we just hit better from the beginning. Got to score more than one inning. They're a talented team, and so if their offense is hot, we have to be able to match that. If not, we need to grind out a good game and hopefully make less mistakes than they do.
Jason Myers going for them. You guys saw him earlier this year, a junior pitcher with a lot of talent. What do you guys need to do against Jason?
Yeah, he's been good for a couple years for them now. So hopefully there's some familiarity with our lineup about what he does. And sometimes he has a tendency to throw, he gets into some walk trouble. So hopefully we can maximize that if that happens. If not, we're going to have to execute, see how their defense holds up. And, with both of these two figuring the pitch, it could be one of those 5-4, 4-3 games again. And hopefully we need to come out on the right side of it this time.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
As both teams' head coaches, we'll now take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. We'll now give you the starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go to who your trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. We'll give you the starting lineups first for the Musselman Appleman leading off and playing center field. Kyle Ward batting second. Number 13, Baden Hartman. Batting third, the catcher, Taryn Boyles. Batting fourth, the pitcher, Jason Myers. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 4, Wyatt McClintock. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Trevor Bohr. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Dylan Stevens. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Chauncey. Batting ninth, the second baseman, Austin Moberly. For the Hedgesville Eagles, leading off and playing shortstop, it will be Braylon Connor. Batting second, it will be Noah Brown. Batting third, Jackson Rest. Batting fourth, Brett Peterson. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Connor Quinn. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Landon Pence. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Chris French. Batting eighth, the catcher, Trent Canerium. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Gage Gano. Doing the pitching for the Eagles will be Lane DeWater. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have first pitch.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Trip Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process.
Brings up Camion Gonzalez with runners on the corners. Runner from first going, and it's a fair ball down the third base line by Gonzalez. That's going to allow one to score.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
Happiness grows here. Orr's Farm Market.
Strawberry season is here at Orr's Farm Market. Pick your own strawberries will be starting around May 13th, and you can make a reservation to come and pick, or buy some that are already picked. We're also offering a season pass this year, so get online at orrsfarmmarket.com to see the details. Visit our bakery counter today to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't miss our 2 new flavors of homemade strawberry donuts. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and remember, Orr's Farm Market. Happiness grows here.
And the streak continues! CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench. That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area. For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
The first pitch brought to you by CMA Chevy of Martinsburg. Make your way to CMA Chevrolet Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue today for quality vehicles, a friendly team, and professional service at every step of the way. Chevy, find new roads. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, and Trip Tobin. And as we get set for first pitch, it'll be Lane DeWater on the mound for the Eagles. And leading off for Musselman will be Kyle Lohr. Lohr batting .450 on the year. Another great day for baseball here in the sectional tournament. And the Eagles come out in the blue jerseys with the white Hedgesville logo, white numbers, white pants with the blue stripe down the side. And for Musselman, it's the green jerseys with the white letters outlined in red and the white numbers as well with the gray pants. Our weather here at first pitch, 72 degrees and sunny. Our weather is brought to you by CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue, home of the lifetime limited powertrain warranty with every new vehicle that we sell at no additional cost to you. The first pitch is a called strike one.
Yeah, coming in at 7:02, and Tripp mentioned it. No breeze at all. The flag in right field is completely just moving a little bit now. It wasn't before.
Mm-hmm. Slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hedgesville's going with that lineup they had the other night when Matthews pitched with Canarian behind the plate and Patterson in left, Pence in right.
Lohr will take this one below the knees for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Kyle Lohr, the center fielder. The 2-1 from Lane DeWater. Chopper hit toward first, and it's going to bounce foul.
Yeah, it was headed right to Ruess. Took a big hit that edge of the grass, had a little spin on it, and kicked hard foul. So even the count here.
Umpires tonight. Everybody used to these umpires, Trip.
Keith Allison behind the plate. Buck Hoffmeister at first. Looks like Jeff King is in second. And James Franklin. Looks like James Franklin's out on right, yep. Out on third base.
2-2 count here on the lefty, Kyle Lohr. Lohr with .450 average, 1 home run, 21 home runs. Him and Hedgesville's leadoff hitter, Braylon Connor, with almost the exact same numbers. Connor hitting .447, but both of them have 1 homer and 21 RBIs. As that pitch misses outside for ball 3 from Lane DeWater, the starter here tonight. Big right-hander for the Hedgesville Eagles.
Curveball didn't break. Tried to do a backdoor curveball. Didn't get nothing on it. No spin.
The 3-2 to Lohr, lifted out toward left field. Pedersen rolling over, but it's going to head out of play.
Sun's right in Lane DeLauder's face, right directly in Gage Gano's face. So anything in the air is going to be a little trouble for those guys dead center.
Yeah, Lane's got the sunglasses on again tonight on the mound. And the 3-2 from DeLauder is again fouled away by Lohr.
Now the second time we've ever seen that, Nick.
Well, I mean, you might have to get a confirmation, but, he does wear glasses, so they could be, shade darkening glasses, prescription glasses, too. It just has that sport look on the side that... The
3-2 pitch hit into left field. Pedersen on the run, dives, and he can't get a glove, or he got a glove on it, but can't make the catch, and Lohr is headed into second base.
Unbelievable effort out there, but Pedersen doesn't have a lot of time out there in left field. He closed on that and dove just like a seasoned outfielder. Got a glove on it, just caught him in the palm there, or the edge of the glove. I couldn't tell, and kicked out. But he gave it everything he had there as Lohr drove that thing down the left field line, tailing away. And Musselman has a leadoff single there after a good at bat by Lohr as he worked the count. Seen a lot of pitches, fouled a few off, and put himself in scoring position here for Baden Hartman, who's standing there with one hand on the bat.
Yeah, and for Musselman, they have 2 to win 1, but they probably want to win tonight.
Pitch here to Baden Hartman, chop foul.
Yeah, they don't want to. Nobody. I'm not sure Musselman ever goes out and don't. Rarely this year, and we didn't get to see them too much in that middle part of the season, but rarely have I seen them not come out, firing all cylinders, and that's a tough thing to do in a nearly 30-game season.
DeLauder checks the runner now, pitches, and misses outside for a ball. Once they got rolling, this team, for the most part, has played well in every game. Had a few games toward the end of the year where they slipped up, but then at the very end they got back into it as Hartman's going to find the gap in left center field. Lohr had to wait up. Gano has some issues with it in left center. That will allow Kyle to score from second, and Baden Hartman's in there at second base.
Yeah, it looked like Gano kind of misread that, and then he missed trying to get it, and he's not happy with himself out there.
Yeah, I don't know. He said that was a tough, a right-handed hitter hit the ball into the left field gap, but yet it kicked back towards center, so you don't see that often. I'm not sure if it hit something out there, or just the way the spin came off the bat, but Gage was cutting an angle on it out there. Looked like he had a track for the hop, and it kicked all the way back to where he had come from. So an odd hop there that went Musselman's way, and I think regardless, Lohr's scoring on that.
So 1-0 Appleman. Next pitch here to Taryn Boyles is high and inside for ball one. Boyles hitting .375 this season, 1 home run, 27 ribbies. They're going to drive in Baden Hartman, who stands on second base after he picked up an RBI, and Boyle sends a chopper towards shortstop. Connor will throw, make the long throw, and get the out for the first out of the inning, but advancing to third base is Hartman.
Yeah, that's big. It's just 1 out. Sack fly away from taking a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, you generally don't go on that pitch right, or that ball right to the shortstop, but it wasn't hit hard. And Baden felt like that he could get there, and as Braylon Connor was a little bit deep, so he took the shot at it, and it was a good call because he walked in there and didn't give Braden a shot at all at the play at third.
Myers will take the first pitch for a called strike one, so a runner on third base, and Hartman, and just 1 out, and Myers, a guy with a lot of power, can certainly drive in this run with a deep enough fly ball at the very least.
And hitting's contagious. He's feeling good about himself. He knows that DeLauder's hittable at the moment. His teammates have hit him, and so he's feeling like he's pretty confident up there.
The 1-1 pitch from DeLauder hits the zone for strike 2. Canarium gets it back to his right-handed pitcher, Lane DeLauder, with a runner on third base for the Appleman. Just 1 down and a 1-0 Musselman lead. The next pitch from Lane DeLauder is a breaking ball called strike 3 on the outside corner. And Myers is retired via the strikeout, the first strikeout of the evening for DeLauder.
If you're DeLauder there, that definitely helps his confidence after giving up a run early.
Yeah, we've seen these two teams beat each other up early in the early part of the games, and the one time we were here, we've seen 6 runs in the first inning, through both teams. So it's not totally surprising that they come out, swinging the bat.
McClintock, it's this one, pokes it out toward left field. Pedersen makes the play for the final out of the inning. But Musselman gets a run. We head to the bottom of the first. 1-0 Appleman. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back at 60.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 1-0 Appleman as we head to the bottom of the first. Hedgesville coming to the plate. Appleman dropping on DeLauder early, but he's able to hold him to just 1 run.
Yeah, I think that strikeout was huge because, as I said, a sac fly away. The next one ended up being a fly ball to left field. Had that happen on that at bat, it would be 2-0, Trip.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're just lucky. I mean, you don't usually get the first 2 guys on, 1 run and man on second, nobody out, and not, end up with 2. So, just lucky he was able to get out of that with just 1 run. But I think, the balls were barreled up, don't get me wrong, but I mean, that was a heck of an effort by Pedersen, and then that ball kicked away from Gage. Didn't give him a shot out there at all. So, these teams are going to battle. They're going to hit the baseball. Don't think that Hedgesville is not going to hit it as well. So look for some fireworks in Hedgesville tonight.
I'll bring Braylon Connor at plate to lead things off for the Eagles. It'll be Connor, Brown, Ruess due up in this half inning with Myers on the mound. We talked about Tripp, kind of had that weird outing last time he was here and pitching against Hedgesville where the both teams, jumped on him and Jackson Ruess, but the middle innings they really settled down and Musselman would eventually get the win. 8-3, I believe, is the final.
Yeah, I joked with him before the start of the game. I said, get down there in that bullpen and throw into the 3rd inning before you come out, because that's usually when you're, getting. He said if he threw that many, his arm would be dead by the start of the game. I said, but you seem like you get loose around the 3rd inning. So, we joked around a bit, and he said he was ready to go.
Early meeting between the catcher and the pitcher here.
Started with a strike, 0-1 count here on Connor.
I think part of it is he can't see.
Ah.
He can't see the signals. I think he's just telling him to be pretty simple with it.
The 0-1 hits the zone for strike 2. Seeing the plate, at least.
Probably told him when he throws the ball back, keep it low.
The 0-2 from Myers misses inside for ball 1.
Went with the quick pitch. He sped up his wind-up and threw hard in and just missed. It's a pretty good pitch there.
Yeah, since it was different, it almost looked like he balked, but he didn't. But it just kind of looked that way because it's a different release. The next pitch is low for ball 2.
Great eye at the plate here with Braylon Connor. Braylon, much like Kyle Lohr, gets on base, and there's a guy behind him that get him around. These guys, a lot of times the top of the lineup goes as the leadoff guys go here. So see if Connor can match what Lohr did.
The 2-2 fouled away from Braylon. Looking at the numbers, Connor is slightly higher on base percentage, but like I said earlier, their batting stats are very similar, almost identical.
Both with a little home run power.
The 2-2 pitch to Connor is a bouncer for ball 3.
That one went in your living room, folks, watching on TV 10.
Connor's choked up 2 fingers here on the bat, looking to get the ball in play, find some green. Wants to be able to control that bat wherever the pitch is at.
The 3-2 hit on the ground toward third. That's going to get through for a base hit for Braylon Connor. He's rounding first and headed for 2. The throw in from McClintock in left field will not be in time, and Braylon Connor's got a lead-off double.
think that's huge just for the fact that, what we saw at the top of the inning, now that you can go say, what you can do, I can also do, and now you got a runner in scoring position that could tie it up here soon with a hard single.
Yeah, these two teams, they swing the bat. I mean, we've talked about it. That's Musselman's strength has been, twofold with when their offense gets moving, and of course they have that deep pitching staff. But Hedgesville, maybe not quite as deep in the pitching staff, but quality starters. But they also, 1 through 9, put the ball in play and put pressure on the defense. And you may give slight edge to Hedgesville on the Hedgesville on the defensive side of it, but it's very slight, if many.
Noah Brown takes a healthy hack at that pitch for strike one.
Especially tonight with Baden back on short, and they're back intact pretty much with their regular starters. It's kind of when they had the lineup, the defense changed around a little bit the other day.
There's a called strike.
That defense the other day was probably a little not quite the defense that Hedgesville put on the field, but tonight, man for man, they're pretty close.
2-strike count, and Myers will step off and look back the runner. 0-2 to Noah Brown. Brown, 324 hitter, 12 RBIs on the season for the third baseman. Connor standing on second. The next pitch from Myers, fouled straight back.
Noah Brown, young guy, sophomore, I believe, grew up fast this year. Looks like he put on some weight since last year, some muscle there, and
he's coming off a knee injury, too.
Yeah, he come off a knee injury. He's just, been a phenomenal year for him out there, just securing that position, left behind by Raleigh Bubb.
The 0-2, a slow roller hit toward first. Chauncey gets to it as it goes foul.
That thing stayed hugging the line there for a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, I did, too. It had a lot of spin on it, but it stayed on the chalk and finally kicked foul.
Brown come back to the plate now, still sitting on an 0-2 count with a runner on second base and a 1-0 lead for Musselman. Hedgesville trying to respond here in this bottom of the first inning. Myers checks the runner and now delivers the pitch, and it's a breaking ball that misses low for ball one. Good job by Taryn Boyles to block that one with the speedy Connor on second. The 1-2 from Myers, fouled away.
Nice job there by Noah Brown, not letting that fastball get by him as Myers challenged him, and he got a bat on it there as Myers hit that outside corner, it looked like, and this is a real nice job of Brown to catch up with that thing and fight it off.
The 1-2 pitch, lined into center field, could be difficult. Moberly has some issues with it, makes the throw, but not in time.
Yeah, that ball didn't get into center field. Moberly able to come up on it as it slowed up kind of. I thought it was headed for center field.
Yeah, it came off the handle. When it left the bat, it got over top of Myers' head, but hit the ground and lost any velocity it had there with that spin. Moberly had to take it and just kind of throw across his body, do or die. Made a good throw, just the speed of Noah beat it out by a step. Noah Brown got a great opportunity here. Wouldn't surprise me if Drew West would bunt here. Men on first and third.
Myers steps off and checks the runners.
Opportunity, Stevens coming up, taking the bunt away. Drew West.
Pitch here to Jackson is a called strike one to start him. So runners on the corners for the Eagles. Brown on first, Connor on third. With nobody out and Jackson Rest at the plate, a 344 hitter. Myers delivers the next pitch, and it's a swing and a miss for strike two.
Nice pitch by Myers. Got on top of that fastball, drove it in. Looked like it was down the middle as it come approaching Ruess, and it just dove there as his back foot. So Ruess going to shorten up a little bit and try to get this easy RBI.
The 0-2 could have been called a strike, but just missed inside for ball one. Pretty good frame from Boyles.
Great pitch by Myers. I thought he might have had him there for my angle. I'm a little to the left side, so I can't quite see it, but it was a great pitch there by Myers. A good take there by Ruess.
Runner takes off at first, a swing and a miss for strike three. And Ruess will not be able to take first base.
Yeah, ball's a little bit of a changeup outside, I believe. He kind of tailed away. If that's what it was a really good pitch. I couldn't tell at first. It definitely didn't have the velocity of the fastball, and it didn't have the spin of the curve. So he threw a third pitch there, an off-speed pitch, and Ruess got fooled on it. But the runner didn't move up on the pitch.
Pedersen takes this one low for a ball. Runners on second and third for the Eagles. With one out here in the inning. Trying to at least tie this game up. A dangerous hitter at the plate, and Pedersen, 329 average, 2 home runs, 23 RBIs. The next pitch from Jason Myers is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nice pitch there by Jason. That's that pitch that's going to be hard to hit if he stays down low in that outer corner there.
The 1-1 pitch from Myers. A little bit low for ball 2. And even though Hedgesville's hitting them well, a lot of it's been good at-bats leading to these hits. For the most part, Myers is locating well. He's made them earn these hits. 2-1 count here. And the next pitch from Myers, called strike 2.
Yeah, one inning against Martinburg, we've seen Hedgesville swing at the very first pitch for 5 straight at-bats. So, especially even after they had got 2 pitch, 2 outs, they still come in swinging. So tonight, a little bit more patient.
The 2-2 pitch from Myers. Chopper going to be tough to make a play. Myers can't get to it. Moberly gets there and throws the first in time for the out, but Hedgesville has tied the game at 1 on the sacrifice.
Yeah, it was pretty slow. I think it was a pretty slow roller there.
Yeah, it was slow. It just you seen Myers wanted to grab it. Connor had to hold up to make sure that Myers couldn't get to it and throw him out at home, so he had to hold up till he seen it get over Myers' head. It just was a big Baltimore chop, but it got over Myers' head, and then nice play by Mobley to come running in and once again have to come do or die to first. They did get the RBI on the ground out, and so they have an opportunity now to Colin Quinn here to take the lead.
Quinn with a runner on third base, 0-1 pitch, lined into right field. Trevor Bohr going back, and Bohr makes the play for the final out of the inning. So both teams get 2 hits with their first 2 batters, but both teams only get a run. We head to the second, 1-1 our score. It's West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
In celebration of National Hospital Week, May 7th through the 13th, WVU Medicine would like to recognize and thank our employees, physicians, volunteers, auxilians, and chaplains at both Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center for their dedication to the well-being and health of our communities. Our healthcare workers inspire us every day and are at the heart of National Hospital Week. Join us in celebrating National Hospital Week at WVU Medicine.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 1-1 our score. Nick Verzlien alongside me, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, Kyle McLaughlin, our cameraman, and back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. 1-1 score between the 2 teams, and Trip pretty much the same kind of inning.
Round 1 was a draw. You got 2 hits, 1 run, no errors, 1 left on for both. Both pitchers
saw 5 batters.
Both pitchers saw 5 batters. Both pitchers ended up with 1 strikeout, no walk. So it was almost a mirrored image of each other. So that's how tightly they're matched. So we're going to go here to round 2 of this boxing match.
Yep, Trevor Bohr will come to the plate. Bohr getting that average up above 270 now, hitting 274 on the season, and adds to the guys with at least 20 RBIs, now 6 of them for the Applemen in that top 6, all with 20 plus. So having a good season is Trevor, and we've talked about him a lot as a closer, but starting to hit the ball really well again like he did at the beginning of the year, and just another solid contributor to this deep lineup for Musselman as Bohr will lead things off.
Yeah, we've seen the bottom of Musselman's lineup the last time they were here produce, between Bohr getting on, Bohr laying down a bunt, RBI bunt, Stevens bunting. So we've seen the bottom produce, and helped Musselman to get that tight win there, that one-run win.
Yeah, they've won both their games by 1 run, and both of them have seen the bottom of the order come through. Bohr, Stevens had a big hit in the Martinsburg game. The pitch here to Bohr is low for ball 2, so he gets ahead 2-0 count. Austin Moberly had a go-ahead hit the other night, so this team is deep, not only with the pitching, but with the hitting as well. The 2-0 pitch to Bohr is a called strike at the knees.
Getting that sun out of Lane DeLauder's eyes. I would hate to pitch, 60 feet away from these guys with that sun directly in my face there.
The 2-1 is low for ball 3.
I guess they just need to...
it's almost to the point where I would want to just start at 7:30.
I was going to say, they just need to put, like, a 5-foot extension, like a shield on top of the press box.
Just wait till 7:30.
Pitch is a called strike 2.
Or you put a shield on the press box.
Or you put a shield on the press box. Or you stand up there and block it.
No, like you just put kind of like the batter's eye out there.
The 3-2 pitch hit into left field, and making a diving effort at it is Pedersen, and he made the catch. Didn't necessarily have to dive, but it worked out.
Yeah, great on him, because we saw Friday night he missed a play out there, but he made a great catch there.
That's how catchers catch them when they're down low like that. They corral them. He used some of his catcher skills, did a great job out there. He's becoming a fan favorite out there, stepping into a role. And that's kind of what you do when you want to get the best 9 hitters on the field. You get out there, you play a little bit out of your position, give it all you got. And so far today, in what we've seen in the sectionals, Pedersen has done a great job and just gutting it out there. And it's a tough spot out there. People think it's easy. You go out there and catch a fly ball. Well, you try it one time, and you'll see pretty quick when low liners from those lefties like that, they're hard to read.
Plus, when it gets late, you got to track it in the lights too, and all sorts of things. The sun, obviously, an issue, depending on where you're playing in the field here tonight. So.
But another ball that Musselman was able to get a barrel on, and get some good contact, and just to come away with nothing. So that's baseball for you.
So Dylan Stevens sits in again, getting ahead in the count as well. The 2-0 lifted into right center field. Gage Gano chasing after it and making a great play on the run. Not certain if too many center fielders get to that ball, but Gano is there, and Stevens is retired quickly now. 2 outs, and Chansey coming to the plate.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Maybe one, maybe 2 others, including the one opposite of Gano. I think Laura would have a shot at that.
Yeah, Laura can run down. Like I said, we're blessed in the EPAC with great center fielders, and it's a good thing that for Hedgesville's defense, definitely, and offensively, but defensively, having him out there is big, with that finger injury.
Here's a chopper hit up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Chris French. He gets to the ball, but then slips and falls, kind of in between the dirt and the outfield grass. So, Chansey over to reach.
Yeah, that plant foot trying to plant it from the dirt to the grass slid there.
At first, he was frustrated. At first, I feared that he might have hurt himself a little bit, stretched out. But I think it wasn't a pain. He didn't wince in pain. He was more of just kind of mad that he lost his footing. So good that he's okay out there, and he had a shot at Chauncey. He's not the most fleet of foot coming out of the box. If he could have come up clean, great job by Chauncey putting the bat on the ball, getting it back up the middle, and extending his inning after 2 quick outs.
Yeah, and another good hitter here at the plate in Austin Moberly, who, as we mentioned, had that go-ahead hit the other night against Hedgesville. 266 on the year, 15 RBIs. The 1-0 for him is a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. With a runner on first, extend this inning a little bit, at least for the Appleman. But the tough play for Chris French, the second baseman.
Yeah, it was an effort play. He got there, and you get that foot planted, he might have been able to get a throw across, but it was going to be a long throw.
Next pitch from DeLauder, fouled straight back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-1 our score here in the top of the second inning between Musselman and Hedgesville. Conerium's going to come out and speak with DeLauder as the umpire clears off the plate.
Both teams now have had the catchers come out. to speak with their pitchers.
1-2 count, 2 down. Runner on first is Chansey. DeLauder delivers the next 1-2. A breaking ball just missing, apparently. Looked pretty good from up here, but ruled ball 2.
It broke. I mean, I think it might, according to, I think it stayed up a little, possibly. If that's anything, it was across the plate. If anything, it was up, but Moberly took it and evened the count up here.
2-2 from DeLauder, fouled away. Good at bat here from Austin. Seeing a lot of pitches after those first 2 batters were retired pretty quickly in Bohr and Stevens. 2-2, 2 down. Train going by.
In the distance.
And the next pitch from Lane DeLauder, the right-hander. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. DeLauder's got his second strikeout. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-1 our score. This is West Virginia High School Baseball, the sectional championship here in Region 2 on WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
And the streak continues! CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
Welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 1-1 our score as we begin the bottom of the second inning. Hedgesville coming to the plate. Jason Myers doing the pitching tonight for the Musselman Appleman. It will be 6, 7, 8 hitters due up, and Pence, French, Canarium. And similar to Musselman, they've seen good production from this bottom of the order as well in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Hedgesville certainly, one of the things where they improved the most was, hitting up and down the lineup throughout the year with Pence and, of course, Quinn coming in, and French, who was DH for a while, has been hot, and Canarium, Patterson. I mean, those young guys have just picked it up. French being a senior, but the rest of those young guys, they've really picked it up there and solidified this lineup.
So Chris French coming to the plate, 322 Pence at the plate, 271. He lines this one into right field. That one get down for a base hit. French is rounding first and headed for second. The throw in from the right fielder, Trevor Bohr, is a wild one. And Landon Pence has a leadoff double. So, again, Hedgesville starting the inning with a leadoff base hit.
Yeah, ball was a line drive over Moberly's head, and it looked like Bohr had a bead on it, tried to take it on the hop. It skipped away a little bit. Ended up in Lohr's hands, actually. He spun and threw hard as he could, but he threw offline there, and Pence was on second base, and Hartman had to track it down a little bit to a shortstop position. So here we are again with Hedgesville with runners on early in the inning.
Yeah, you're right, Trip. That was Kyle Lohr out there. Mm-hmm. Both guys lefty, and you're not used to seeing two lefties in the high school level out there in the outfield, so I just saw a left-handed throw, and I thought it was Bohr.
Yeah.
Pitch here from Myers, hit on the ground toward Dylan Stevens, eats him up initially. He's able to block it, though, and get French up at the first base line. Pretty good play for Dylan Stevens. If he couldn't get a glove on it, able to keep it in front of him and make the throw.
Yeah, he kind of Happy Gilmore did. He just stood there and took it, and just let it hit him. He was chopped. Took a weird hop, and he just dropped and blocked it. Looked sort of like a catcher there, and just took it and picked it up and shot it across there. Lucky it didn't get through him there as had that bad hop.
Trent Canarium to the plate now, and Canarium takes the first pitch. Low for ball one, 240 hitter, 11 RBI is now getting some opportunities here in this postseason behind the plate. Something we didn't really see from him early in the year, was playing a lot of third base. And the pitch here is a call on strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rivera Sosa was handling the catching early. Then it was Pedersen, and then for whatever reason, Coach Grove has put Canarium back there, and he's done a pretty good job. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the next pitch from Myers misses outside for ball 2.
Yeah, I like the lineup. I mean, as long as Pedersen can handle, he's getting better and better each day out there in left, but there's no real drop off there behind the plate, and certainly gives them 9 good bats, as we've seen Pence, is it bats? French just hit the ball hard. Now you got Canarium having a quality of bat here, 3-1 count, and then Gano. I mean, there's just no real easy outs in this lineup, and they're able to turn it over to those guys at the top, and it's good when you can get all 9 guys, offensively hitting the baseball.
3-1 misses low for ball 4, so Canarium finds a way on with the walk. That will bring Gage Gano back to the plate. And the thing is with Hedgesville is they got 2 or 3 guys that you could pinch hit with too if you wanted. That were getting a lot of at-bats earlier the year, but just haven't. But Gano back in the lineup from a hitting perspective. He was able to field the other night, but they didn't have his bat, and they'd certainly like to have Gage back. A really good hitter, 340, 1 home run, 13 ribbies, so has the pop if necessary, and also a good bunter in this lineup as well. The pitch to Gano is low for a ball.
Yeah. Cash Dunham out there running for the catcher. Courtesy running for the catcher, number 23, come up from the JV team for the sectionals, and been doing some running for this team. So another young man that they have coming who had a phenomenal JV season. So they have some talent for sure, after this
one
year.
Hit toward left field, going to be a tough play. Sliding in, McClintock can't hold on to it. Running into third, now the throw, not in time, and Hedgesville has the bases loaded.
That's a big opportunity coming up right here for the Eagles with just 1 out here and the bases juiced. As it was maybe a quicker throw, it could have been an out.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. It looked like he got there, and then he kind of dove for it. I don't know if it was tailing the wave because of a lefty and had a bad read on it, but it looked like McClintock got there, and it was forcing Canarium to hold up. Actually, when the ball hit the glove, Canarium had turned to run back to second, thinking he had caught it. And as McClintock rolled over the ball, kicked away, you seen James Franklin, show safe, so he had to get his butt over to third before the throw got there.
Now we'll bring Braylon Connor to the plate. Pitch misses high and outside to Connor. Braylon with a leadoff double. Been in a little bit of a slump in this sectional tournament, but that double might have got him back, swinging a good bat with the bases loaded for the Eagles. The 1-0 pitch from Myers, hit hard, a chopper hit towards short. Takes a tough bounce for Baden Hartman. He throws, and it's well short of the bag. 2 runs are now going to come in to score as Cash comes in, and Hedgesville takes the lead at 3-1.
I think that's huge. We kind of were looking at the uncertainty maybe of how the arm strength was of Baden Hartman, and they got tested there.
Yeah, it was a tough one there. He got a crazy hop, and the speed of Gano forced Hartman to not be able to go to second as Gano read it off the bat down hard, and he pretty much beat Mobley to the bag just about, or at least same, and he had to come across the diamond, and he short hopped it to Chauncey. Regardless of Roma's scoring there, it just ended up being 2 runs. It didn't record the out, so that was going to be an RBI, a ground out, but ends up being an E6 and 2 runs scored on it.
Jason Myers on the mound. Runner takes off. Brown lifts this one up towards center field. That will force Connor to come back, but could be deep enough to score Gage Cano. The throw home will not be in time, and Hedgesville extends its lead out to 4-1. So Brown does his job with the sac fly RBI. And that'll bring Jackson Rest to the plate with just 2 outs and a runner on first. Rest has struck out once so far. And right back up the middle for a base hit for Rurest. Myers just getting out of the way, but great hit by the senior And Hedgesville really seeing the ball well in this second inning rally.
They really are, and they're keeping this line moving that they have right now. And, you know, we see it seems like an EPAC baseball games a lot. It's either a very, very tight ball game or like one team has a big inning. And this 3 runs could be the big inning that Hedgesville was looking for.
One thing, that ball that Jackson just hit, it comes screaming back to Myers. Good thing it went left or right of it, because, you know, that had line drive, the pitcher all written all over it, and off that lefty, as it left the bat, it tailed to the shortstop side, and, you know, when Myers' throwing arm side, so just glad it didn't, because it was about head high when it flew by.
Yeah, luckily, no damage done besides the single.
It was hit hard enough that when it got to the outfield, Connor couldn't go to third. I can tell you that. It was hit. The exit velo with that one was as good as we've seen here tonight.
So Braylon Connor on second base, Jackson Rest on first base with the single. And Pedersen coming to the plate. He grounded out into an RBI his last time up. 2 down in the inning, a 4-1 lead for Hedgesville, trying to keep up this big inning. Myers getting the ball here tonight, trying to keep the Eagles intact a little bit, but this is a pitch that hits the zone for strike 1. Musselman has come back already once against Hedgesville in this same sectional tournament. So don't count the Appleman out yet. Obviously very early in the ball game, just the second inning.
Yeah, you know, we hear Josh Hartman saying in both those interviews it's a 7-run, you know, it's a 7-inning ball game. It doesn't matter what the score is now. It doesn't matter what the score is after the 7th. So, you know, he'll be telling that to his team again here after this inning.
2-1 misses low for ball 3. And if kind of the trend continues in this sectional tournament, the team that, at least in the games we've done, that grabbed the lead first didn't end up winning the game. This one hit on the ground hard into left field. Braylon Connor will round second base. He's coming in to score. It's now 5-1. The throw to third. Ruesch just slides in safely. But an RBI for Pedersen. And a Hedgesville 5-1 lead on the single.
Yeah,
Stretched into second base now for Pedersen on the throw.
Talk about Ruesch going to third. That was a heads-up play to slide under the tag.
Yeah, I thought maybe they were going to get him with the throw from McClintock there in left field, but just sliding in is Jackson Arrest, and Connor Quinn, who's been hitting the ball hard throughout this entire tournament, just really hasn't consistently found holes in the defense. Comes to the plate with 2 in scoring position, a 5-1 lead for Hedgesville in just the second inning.
Yeah, 9th batter to come to the plate this inning.
Quinn rips this one into right center field. That will get down for extra bases. Hedgesville gets another run in with Ruesch, 6-1. Scoring easily from second is Pedersen, and it is 7-1 Hedgesville on the 2 RBI double for Connor Quinn.
Yeah, and not only is this a tough inning here, with only one of them, or maybe now a couple more will be earned, but bringing that pitch count up to close to 50 for Myers, and we're only through 1 2/3 innings.
It's going to do it for Jason Myers. As Coach Hartman coming out, that's the second mound visit, so we'll see who he turns to here with a 7-1 deficit for his Musselman Appleman. And we will take a 60-second break, have the pitching change for you when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 7-1 our score. Hedgesville on top of Musselman trying to force a game 2 here in the sectional championship. As we will be back here tomorrow if Hedgesville were to hold on to win this one over Musselman.
Presuming the rain holds off.
Right. We'll be back for the next game whenever that is played. But again, there's a lot of baseball left. And in our pitching change here, it's going to be Aiden Seitz. Our pitching change is brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Seitz has been good as both a starter and reliever this season. Aiden has thrown 32 innings. This is his 11th appearance. He has 4 starts on the year. He's 4-2 with 1 save. And he has a 1.75 earned run average for the Apple. So another good arm on this team. That's the advantage trip that they do have. So they have a lot of different guys that they can throw, but Jason Myers just didn't have his best stuff, and Hedgesville saw the ball really well and had some great hits.
Yeah, I mean, Hedgesville got their back against the wall, you know. That can be good or bad. You could be like, you know, let's throw caution to the wind and get after it and, you know, and give it all we got. And
Pence sends a chopper towards short. Going to be a tough play for Baden Hartman. That is into left field for a single as Hedgesville hitting around this single inning. Pence has 2 hits in the inning. He started things with a double to lead off the second.
yeah, Pence was 2 for 2 in the second inning. And we're bringing it right back as we're facing the 10th, 11th batter of the inning here as French comes to the plate, and he's the one who hit the ball hard at Dylan Stevens just it feels like a couple minutes ago. Dylan had to corral. Didn't get that out.
2 down in the inning. Sainz delivers the pitch, a big swing and a miss for Chris French on a pitch that is elevated.
Sun's kind of went behind the clouds, or at least behind the press box now, so it's not an issue any longer.
The 0-1 pitch from Aiden Sainz, the right-hander, hit hard on the ground toward third, and that goes foul. 0-2 count. Runners at the corners for the Eagles. Connor Quinn on third base. Landon Pence standing on first with a 2-hit day. Both hits coming in this inning. Big inning for the Eagles. 7-1 advantage. 6 runs coming across in the inning. And the 0-2 from Aiden Seitz with 2 down. Hit towards second. That's going to be another hit. Coming in to score is Connor Quinn. It's 8-1 Eagles on the RBI single from Chris French.
I mean, the Eagles just putting on a hitting clinic this inning, Trip.
Yeah, that was a great job there by French, just going with the pitch. It was an outside fastball, and he just went with where it was pitched. Didn't try to roll it over or do much with it. Just went with it, threw the bat at it, and good things happen when you take what the pitcher gives you. 2-strike hitting there was just French has really come alive and become a staple in the bottom half of this lineup, and plays a great high school second base there. So part of the reason that they are very successful and put a lot of runs up.
Trent Canerium, he drew a walk his first time up. He takes this one high and outside for ball 1. Gage Gano in the on-deck circle for the Eagles as they continue to rally with 7 runs here in the inning, an 8-1 advantage. The next pitch to Canerium, a called strike at the knees.
Obviously, there's a lot more time left in this game, but if the Eagles are able to hold this, I think Coach Grove is going to be a little bit happier than he was on Friday night with, they just pulled out the win, it felt like on Friday night.
This one ripped back up the middle. That's off the glove of Hartman and into center field. Another run coming around to score in Pence. It is 9-1 Hedgesville.
Just a hitting clinic continuing, and back to the point that I just made. Just when I talked to him, he just didn't really seem too impressed overall with this team. I mean, you got an RBI there, an RBI there, an RBI there, an RBI there. But
he was happy with the balance.
Yes.
Wasn't happy with
the consistency throughout the
everybody
game.
Only having 1 hit.
Yes.
Need multiple guys with multiple hits.
Dunham's in to run for the catcher. And,
courtesy runner.
So you got a courtesy runner here as we're facing our, 13th batter of the inning here. Musselman is as Hedgesville's erupted.
I mean, that last one, too, just kind of some bad luck. Hartman gets to the ball, but it goes off his glove. Had a few of those this inning. McClintock had one in left field.
It was a tough play for sure as it hit that ground and hit hard up into Hartman's gut there.
The 0-1 misses outside for a 1-ball, 1 strike. Our courtesy runners, courtesy of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, the premier Legion team in the area. 2 on for the Eagles with 2 outs, and Gano takes a healthy cut at it and fouls it away. Gage with a single his last time up.
You know, if Sykes doesn't find a second pitcher, he just continues to throw a steady diet of fastballs. Hedgesville, you know, they're gonna get after it. I mean, they scored 21 runs one night against Spring Mill, so you know they can put up big numbers.
The 1-2 just missing outside for ball 2.
I thought that could have been
I think that was an off-speed pitch.
Looking.
I think he finally threw a curveball.
Yeah.
Didn't have a tremendous amount of spin on it, but it did take a little off, and it did have a little break.
The 2-2. Fastball misses high and inside for ball 3.
I think Sykes needs to pull that hat down and be done with it. Keeps throws and then grabs his hat. I think Musselman's shell-shocked at the moment. You know, they've got to get an out and start chipping away, or it's because things are going to get away from you, like you said.
3-2. Both runners go. It's a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that will end this long second inning. Hedgesville rallies for 8 runs. It's 9-1 our score. We're back in 60 seconds with the 3rd inning. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
So we welcome you back here. 3rd inning, just getting started. It is 9-1, Hedgesville on top, and certainly like your chances of the Eagles with Lane DeLauder on the mound, an 8-run lead. But this is a Musselman team that can match you offensively. It's definitely going to be tough for the Applemen, but you never know what can happen. And there's a lot of baseball left here, Tripp. You're at the top of the order. What are you kind of telling the team if you were in this situation?
Well, you got to start chipping away at it. I mean, you have to certainly have some good at-bats. You know, you have to take some pitches here and force DeLauder to throw some pitches. You have to have some longer innings. And, you know, these kids, like, they want to get out there and hit, but they certainly need to take a few pitches and hope to get some free bases along with some hits and, you know, a little bit of help with Hedgesville's defense. And, you know, if you could get 2 runs this inning or 3, I mean, an inning, you could get, you know, pull yourself into a situation where you could possibly, you know, catch up. But you certainly just have to keep chipping away.
Lohr swinging on the second pitch he sees, a ground ball to Ruest. He'll step on the bag for out number 1. And then if you're Hedgesville, I mean, I think you already realize that you still have a lot of game left, but you certainly don't want to celebrate too early if you're the Eagles.
I think the biggest part, too, is I think if you're Musselman, you have to make a game of this because you cannot have Hedgesville, you know, leave out here tonight with a 10-run victory or, you know, so much momentum that carries into tomorrow. You have to show them that you can play with them, hit with them, and score runs with them. You know, even if you come up short, I think you really need to try to make a game of it, you know, as much as possible.
Hartman missing inside for ball 1. One thing that could have an effect, Lane DeLauder had a long time sitting on the bench. But so far he looks good to begin this inning. The next pitch missing low and outside for ball 2.
He overthrew there. I mean, sometimes you just overthrow.
I think he did that on the first pitch, too.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a, you know, a surety thing where you just have to stay locked in. He knows he's up against a tough hitter here, doubled off of him the last time. And he's trying to locate his pitches here.
2-0 to Hartman, just missing for ball 3.
Yeah, that's a good pitch there. Again, I got the right-handed batter's angle, so you know, but I can see the the glove there of Canarium. I can't see where it kind of crosses, but good location.
3-0 misses outside for ball 4. So that allows Hartman to get on and could start the rally for the Applemen.
Yeah, I mean, Hedgesville scored some runs with 2 outs, and they just kept hitting the ball and finding, it was contagious, and that's what needs to happen here with the Musselman. They just need to have good at-bats and try to get on base and chip away at this thing.
Pitch here to Boyles is low for ball 1. So Taryn on the day, a ground out.
I think if you're DeLauder, I think Braden's going to tell him, listen, throw the ball, whatever it takes to get it across there. I mean, here you have Braylon Connor, who's a foot shorter than DeLauder, but certainly the leader on this team. He's the senior, and he's going out and tell the junior, the big lanky pitcher, hey, trust us, throw it over, throw the contact, we'll catch it for you.
The 1-0 misses low for ball 2. So Lane falls behind 2-0 here on Taryn Boyles.
6 straight balls. He needs to do what Connor probably went out there and told him. Let us turn a double play here.
The 2-0 to Boyles is taken for strike 1.
And Boyles, he's doing his job. Hartman did his job. He didn't try to do too much. I mean, you don't necessarily need a double right now. You just need to get on base. You need to put pressure on the defense, get guys on base as many as possible, and hope for something in the gap or some free bases, and just anything at all to extend innings and get closer each inning.
The 2-1 is fouled away by Taryn Boyles. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Baden Hartman on first base for the Applemen, who trail at 9-1 in this 3rd inning as a huge 8-run second for Hedgesville have given them the 8-run lead here over the Musselman Applemen. And DeWater pitching for the Eagles, and the pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Boyles go down on looked like a runner outside of the zone, pitch that moved outside the zone.
Yeah, it looked like it was something that run out, like you say. It was a curveball that cut away, started over the plate, and dove down. He dunked it there for and a pitch that was pretty much unhittable, but looked good until it snapped off there in the last 10 feet. So nice pitch there by DeLauder to get that strikeout.
Next pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. Almost looked like a slider or a cutter, but
yeah, something that slid out there. Yeah, something that had movement. Certainly didn't quite have that 12-6 kind of spin, did it? Just kind of, like you said, kind of walked away from him.
1-0 here on Jason Myers. He struck out his first time looking with a runner on first base. And this one hit hard up the middle. That one get through into center field. So Myers has a 1 for 2 day at the plate, and Musselman has 2 on for Wyatt McClintock.
Went through the legs of umpire Jeff King.
It went flying by there, didn't it?
He screened shortstop out there. Connor.
Nice job by Myers, not trying to do too much. I know he's frustrated, probably trying to, would like to have sent one flying over the domino sign out there and give his team 2 runs, but he did what he needed to do and just get the ball in play and pass the torch down to the next guy.
This one misses outside for ball 1 here to Wyatt McClintock, who flew out his first time up to left field.
I think that just missed outside. To me, it looked like it caught at the edge of the plate.
Runners on first and second. 2 down here in the inning. DeWater checks the runner in Hartman at second base. Looks into his catcher Canarium and delivers the next pitch, and it's fouled straight back.
You good over there, Drew?
Looks like it was coming towards the junk. I don't mind if it comes up by my face.
Can't get any uglier, right?
No. I don't want to be hit on the foot. McClintock trying to get timeout, wasn't given timeout. Got kind of frozen there.
1-1 fouled away by Wyatt McClintock. Get it to a 2-strike count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on for the Applemen, trailing by 8, 9-1 here in this top half of the 3rd inning between Musselman and Hedgesville.
Again, it's very important for Musselman to battle, and get good at bats and just battle, just not give Hedgesville all that momentum going into tomorrow. In Hedgesville, if they can bury this team and 10-run them or what have you and just carry that over, I mean, it's going to be huge. So, at this point, Hedgesville has all the momentum, and all Musselman can do is just try to, play this game pitch at a time and do everything they can to have quality at bats and, just pass that torch to the next guy and continue the inning to make them as long as possible.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. The pitch from Lane to Water, a breaking ball that missed low. Runner taking off, and Myers to second base. Hartman didn't, so now he's forced to run to third. The throw down dropped by Noah Brown, and Hedgesville was given the final out of the inning, but they couldn't make the play.
It got away. Taryn seen it, and I think, again, he was a little shaded by the umpires. He took off. Taryn Boyles took off from first to second as the ball went through the legs of the catcher, but I don't think that Maiden really saw it, and he took off, and he was out by 2 or 3 steps, but Brown couldn't hold it, couldn't corral it in, as we got a foul ball there.
McClintock fouled away. Myers taking off from first to second. Boyles was struck out. Myers had the single.
Yeah, Myers was basically forced Hartman to go to third.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was about halfway through, and then Hartman ran over, and it was a clear out had Noah Brown been able to keep hold of it.
2-2 with 2 down in the inning. Potentially the break that Musselman needs to at least get back into this. A single here, and it's a 9-3 game.
Yep, but you have to keep it, you have to stay in striking distance. You have to strike back after that inning. You have to respond somehow.
The 2-2 pitch misses low and inside. McClintock's holding up the side, but Hartman's going to come in and score easily from third base to get the Applemen back on the board now at 9-2. So they'll take that.
Yeah, they just kind of seeded that run. You didn't see Lane come to the plate.
Yeah, I don't think he had a shot at it. Certainly, he still must come and
I think he thought he was going to bounce right back to him.
Well, I'm not sure what he thought there, but he certainly, no matter what he thought, he has to get in there and cover. But once he didn't get that initial jump, he knew there was no chasing, no running down there and chasing down Hartman. So he once he didn't react right out of the gate, then he just kind of conceded it and told him to hold the ball. But you're not getting him there anyway. So
3-2 with 2 down. The next pitch from DeWater, chopped. This one, DeWater gets off the mound, throws it underhand to first base at Ruest. Applemen get a run back, but that's it. We head to the bottom of the third, 9-2. Hedgesville leading Musselman here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome you back. Hedgesville 9, Musselman 2 as they get a run back in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third with the Eagles coming to the plate. West Virginia High School Baseball sectional tournament action. If Hedgesville holds on and wins, we go to another game in the double elimination tournament. It's been a while since, Musselman's kind of played in this tournament since they took the early 2-0 lead. They advanced after the first 2 games. Then we had the rain out on Saturday. But Hedgesville so far coming out and playing well to begin things, and their offense clicking at a very high rate right now.
Yeah, they're rolling. They're sitting on 8 hits after 2 innings, hitting the ball hard enough to force Musselman to make a couple errors out there and work the walk here and there. So, they've put tremendous amount of base runners on. They've got some balls in the gap, and they've just been able to run rampant at the moment, as Musselman hasn't really had an answer for their offense in the first 2 innings. Here they are now, top of the third, down 7 runs. They have to face the top of the order already again, the third time through.
Braylon Connor, 2 for 2 today with a single and a double First pitch from Seitz misses for ball one. 1-0 count.
He's a glue that hat on.
Yeah. We'll get a smaller one.
Yeah.
The 1-0 pitch to Connor, misses for ball two. Two-0 count from Aiden Seitz to Braylon Connor. The next pitch high for ball three. So Hedgesville looking to pick up where it left off if they can get the leadoff runner on and continue to rally here in this inning. 3-0 waiting from Connor. He shows bunt, pulls the bat back, but a strike call.
Yeah, he squared around there just see if he could throw Seitz off a little bit. Seitz threw it right at the bat like he should and got that called strike down the middle.
3-1, foul away by Braylon Connor. Make the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 9-2 Hedgesville here in the third inning. And what has been a shocker, Eagles trying to keep their season alive and force an extra game. The 3-2 pitch, lined into left center field. That's going to get down for another hit. Braylon Connor's got a 3-hit day. 2 singles and a double. And that'll bring Noah Brown to the plate. So Braylon Connor continuing to heat up again after a few tough games here in this.
That's a great job of him just sitting on 3-1 pitches. I mean, he just a nice job of getting in a hitter's count, hunting down fastballs there, and just knowing he could trusting his hands, seeing the baseball and hitting it hard.
Brown on the day, 1 for 1 for an RBI. Connor takes off. Hit towards second. Moberly bobbles it. He throws to first, though, in time for the first out.
Kind of a great hit and run situation, though.
There's a tough play by Moberly as that ball just come off almost hit the heel of Connor going through. He was breaking to his right, had to stop and gather himself, get his momentum stopped to get back. And he played that ball glove side and took a little funny hop, but he was able to corral it in and make the play. So just a great play by Moberly. That won't look like much in the books, a 4-3 put out, but that ball gets back and you got men on first and third, nobody out.
And Musselman probably feeling a little bit defeated at that point after getting a run back at the very least. Hedgesville continuing to hit the ball hard as this one hit toward first. Myers will step on the bag for the second out, the runner in Braylon Connor advancing to third base, but now 2 outs in the inning for Pedersen. As Rest now 1 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, Pedersen's got an opportunity for an RBI here, get that run back. Musselman, even though they've given up that single to Connor, has an opportunity to kind of get a pretty quick inning here compared to that 13-14 batter inning last inning.
Already 2 RBIs on the day for Pedersen. He had a ground out RBI and a single and an RBI. Runner on third base in Braylon Connor. And a 1-0 count here on the left fielder. The next pitch, a check swing called strike 1. Bottom of the third inning, 9-2. Hedgesville leading Musselman if you're just now joining us. Eagles trying to force another game here in this sectional championship. The next pitch from Aiden Seitz is low for ball 2. Jefferson sitting at home awaiting the winner of this sectional tournament as they have already won Section 2.
I would venture to guess there are quite a few more watching on TV 10.
Trying to figure out how to get these guys out, and both these teams have their strengths. And right now they've got to figure out, Musselman has to figure out how to get Hedgesville out and survive today.
3-1, 2 outs, ground ball hit toward Hartman, takes a weird bounce, but Hartman throws to first in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs coming across the score for the Eagles. We head to the fourth. 9-2 the score remains, and we are back in 60 seconds.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
The defensive substitution here as we welcome you back to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Pedersen now out of the game. Coming in to play right field is Wolf, and then going from right to left is Pence. And then we saw Pedersen go into the batting cage, so not certain what that was, but he did ground out to end the inning, so you never know. Could have got banged up on that, or who knows. I mean, you hope for the best here.
I just think it's defensive. I just think that they feel like they've got a lead and they can get him back in, you know, should they need his bat. But right now I think he doesn't have a tremendous amount of a possibility. I mean, this is just a guess, you know, it's totally a guess, but possibly that he went with two, you know, outfielders that have played, you know, seasoned outfielders. Once they got the lead, Pedersen's done his job there, you know, got him the lead, and now I think they went maybe with a defensive, but you know, change it. But I'm not sure. Maybe he's hurt a little bit or something on that run. I'm not sure at all. But you know, either way, they've got, you know, quality replacements out there, and they've got, you know, deep guys that can catch and make the plays. And Wolf's a guy who can make some plays out there and right for them.
1-0 count here to Trevor Bohr. He takes it inside for ball two, and we have a 9-2 lead. It being the fourth inning. You don't know how many more at-bats he would get normally, you know, presuming you don't have another 14-batter inning, which if you do, we'd probably be looking at a run rule anyway. So,
well, you look at it, it's going to take 9 more batters to get to him. Yeah. So, I mean, right now you might be able to steal 2 innings of defense over offense at the moment, you know. And if his spot comes back up the lineup, they can just enter him, you know.
Right. 2-1 count, Chopper. Connor fields it well and throws the first in time for the first out as Trevor Bohr goes down on a ground out. He is 0 for 2.
Great fielding there by Connor. He kind of thought the ball was going to be at a different spot, so he runs up, slows up, backs up, takes it, throws it.
That's surprising the field.
Yes, he knows this field, but it surprised me he didn't come and glove it off the grass. He likes to come through the baseball. That particular time, he
let it go.
He kind of stepped back, and not always a bad thing to do there. And he showed there how he can make it work.
Nothing against Bohr either. I mean, made it a close play, but maybe he knew he had a little bit more time there with Trevor. But
I think it's just his read. You know, he's just reading the ground. When you're an infielder, you pick a hop at times, and he, you know, at a speedier runner, probably not, but I think he felt like that was his best opportunity, and he made the play.
Stevens will take this one outside for ball one. 1 ball and a strike to Dillon. He is 0 for 1 with a fly out on a very tough play out there in right center field that Gage Gounod got to, as this one hits the zone for strike 2. Stevens disagreeing with it on a borderline pitch there on the outside. I think it could have been ruled outside, but a 1-2 count here for Dylan Stevens nonetheless. 1 out in the inning. And the right-hander DeWater's next pitch is a pitch that misses low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chansey in the on-deck circle. He had that infield single earlier. 2-2 count, 1 down, 9-2. Hedgesville on top of Musselman. The next pitch from Lane DeWater is a called strike 3, and Stevens knew it.
Yeah. I think that Pedersen's dinged up a little bit. I see the trainer going over there now, so we'll kind of figure out what's going on. But I think Pedersen may be a little dinged up as he went into the locker room. Maybe we can see there, and I just seen the trainer as I was kind of watching walk over into the into the clubhouse, and then I see Coach Groves headed back there to check on him as well as his mother. So I'm not sure.
Connor getting over to this one for the final out of the inning as Seitz now hitting. As Johnson's out of the game with Seitz coming in and Myers playing first, but nonetheless he grounds out here to end the inning. 6-3 ground out. We head to the bottom half of the fourth with Musselman trailing Hedgesville 9-2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Happiness grows here. Orr's Farm Market.
Strawberry season is here at Orr's Farm Market. Pick your own strawberries will be starting around May 13th, and you can make a reservation to come and pick, or buy some that are already picked. We're also offering a season pass this year, so get online at orrsfarmmarket.com to see the details. Visit our bakery counter today to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't miss our 2 new flavors of homemade strawberry donuts. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and remember, Orr's Farm Market. Happiness grows here.
Here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. Colin McLaughlin, our cameraman, back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. 9-2. Hedgesville on top of Musselman as we head into the fourth inning. And Trip Appelman trying to keep the deficit at just 7. You don't want another big inning here for Hedgesville. Like you said, get that momentum if they were able to hold on and get a run roll. At the very least, you want to play the full game here tonight if you're the Appelman.
Yeah, definitely. You want to continue to battle and try to keep them getting this thing completely out of hand to where you get, I don't want to use the word embarrassed because it's certainly not that, but just get blown off the field tonight. So, you got to figure out, they have to figure out a way to get some runs on the board, and they got 3 bats left to compete and let Hedgesville know they were here right at the moment. I mean, all cylinders are clicking for Hedgesville, momentum and everything. So Musselman certainly needs to, play some defense here and get back in the offensive side. But
Quinn continues to hit the ball well, but again, it's right at somebody. He did have a nice hit earlier, though, that fell as Connor hits it to left field, and he is retired, but he's a good bat in this lineup this year.
Yeah, he lined that thing out. That wasn't no pop fly. That ball was roped and just happened to be right at McClintock.
We'll bring Landon Pence to the plate, now playing left field, as we believe Pedersen may be dealing with some sort of injury. Pitch missing low here for ball 1.
Yeah, they're going to bring the trainer back in.
They might be calling for ice, too.
I'm not sure what they're. Yeah, they brought something in. The trainer got him something. Anyway, we'll try to get an update on that.
This pitch misses low for ball 2. 2-0 count here. With 1 out in the inning after the leadoff line out for Connor Quinn. Next pitch from Aiden Seitz, hit into right field. And making the play is Trevor Bohr. So quickly 2 down here to begin this 4th inning.
Pence had that magical second inning where he got 2 hits in 1 inning.
Yeah,
it's true.
I've been involved in baseball games where I made 2 outs in 1 inning, and that really stinks. Yeah.
Saying we won't see you in the Martinsburg Hall of Fame anytime
You're not going to see that.
Pitch here to Chris French is a called strike.
I'm going for the R&R Hall of Fame.
There's such a thing?
Could be.
Yeah, but you won't be in it.
Wow.
1 pitch is a check swing for strike 2.
I mean, we all know who the first person is. Matt Miller.
Thank you. Oh, yep, probably. No doubt.
You thought I was going to say you.
2 with 2 down.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, Tripp could go in the first class with Matt
That's
Miller.
true, he could.
1-2 count with 2 down.
Seitz is still zinging that fastball predominantly.
Pitch misses low for ball 2.
As soon as I said it, he come with an off-speed pitch.
He was listening to you, Trip.
I got that. Had something there in his earbud.
Doing all the field interviews pretty soon with the players. That'd be pretty cool if we could do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that in Legion.
We'll get you out in right field.
2-2, fouled away. I don't think any coach will let us do that. Would you
Trip
let us do
Tobin?
this? All right.
In a heartbeat. Summer's about the boys.
We'll work on it. 2 balls, 2 down, 2 strikes, and the pitch missing inside. Now count full at 3-2 on Chris French. French is 1 for 2 today.
If you're going to get in that dugout, you better do time delay.
3-2 with 2 down. We're saying when they're out of the field.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Put a mic on them.
Yeah.
Should we, though?
3-2 with 2 outs. Fouled away by French.
Wire them up.
We have to figure out a way to get an earpiece to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
That would be very hard.
They do it in the All-Star game.
In this current situation that we have.
Right.
3-2 with 2 down. Next pitch
Fox.
here to Chris French. A called strike 3.
Wow.
DeWater ends the inning with, or I'm sorry, Seitz ends the inning with the strikeout. Looking, we head to the 5th. 9-2 on our score. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Hedgesville leading Musselman.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Baseball complex. It is Hedgesville 9, Musselman 2. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. Colin McLaughlin, our cameraman, bang in the studio. Dylan Bishop as we head to the 5th inning, and with a 9-2 deficit, Hedgesville cruising right now. Musselman kind of running out of opportunities. It's Moberly, Lohr, Hartman due up against Lane DeWater, who has been pretty good here tonight. 4 strikeouts for him.
Yeah, he's thrown the ball really well. He withstood that first inning right out of the gate when Lohr and Hartman went back-to-back doubles, and that's just something that they do. But he's maturing out there, learning to just kind of withstand the storm and stay with the plan. And certainly, after you get an 8-run second, you can you can certainly throw some pitches and relax a little bit. Don't have to be so. Spot up so many or pitch, defensively as much.
Pitch here from Lane DeWater, misses high and inside for ball 1. Heading into it, we certainly expected another kind of low-scoring one-run game that we've gotten for the most part in this sectional tournament. The next pitch from DeWater, called strike 1, but it hasn't played out that way. Hedgesville bats coming alive in that 2nd inning.
Mm-hmm.
And that has certainly given Lane DeWater a lot of confidence out on the mound. The 1-1 pitch from Lane hit hard towards second base. Chris French gets to it, bobbles it about 100 times, and throws the first in time. Wow.
What a play.
Nice play there by Chris French as he picked that thing up, and he had it in his glove. He's on the run, and he's running and bobbling it, tip play, and he literally did a 360 as he chased it down, spun in through. Nice job. Staying with it.
Yep, not giving up on the play, and French continues to play good over there at second base. And when thinking about guys that play that position, and
I see Pedersen walking back to the dugout.
One of the better second basemen in the EPAC he's developed into this year, as plays good defensively and hits the ball pretty well as well.
Yeah, when you look across the EPAC with Everhart at Martinsburg.
I was about to say, I think you kind of compare those two guys.
Yeah.
Kind of give me similar stature when they're out there at second.
Yeah, Cienfuegos, the guy down Jefferson, gets it done over there. The Dupree, young guy at Washington, and
Moberly
here. They all, have it. But I think French has starting to separate himself a bit, with his back coming to life.
The 1-1 count with one down. All of them certainly find different ways to contribute. All of them really have played pretty good defense this year.
When you get DH for throughout the year, it's a little bit depressing, especially as a senior. And, you have to feel for him. And for him to come alive like he has, just streaking and just becoming a really tough out, he has to feel really good about that. And, the other part of it is that, during that tenure when he was getting DH for, he was a great teammate. He was contributing, making unbelievable plays, and he had to know inside of him that was there, and he got the opportunity, and he's making the most of it.
2-1, hit right back up the middle of the lane to Lauder, and DeLauder snags it for the second out of the inning as Kyle Ward robbed of a base hit there. Now 1 for 3 on the day with Baden Hartman coming to the plate with 2 down.
Couldn't hit it much harder. He just couldn't hit it much harder. 60 feet away, and Lane stabbed it. So the ball left that bat, and just it had base hit written all over it, but right at DeLauder.
Next pitch here, big swing and a miss on that slider cutter type pitch that DeLauder throws here, running away from Baden Hartman, and it fooled him for strike one. The 0-1 misses high for ball one. Looked like a similar pitch there from Lane. The 1-1 hit right back up the middle. Again, DeLauder fielding his position well, but he threw it away, trying to get it to Jackson Ruiz. Hartman sprinting for second base to throw in, not in time. Give credit to Baden Hartman for running that one out, and then just kind of a toss over there. I don't know if Lane got a little bit careless with it, but
he
did.
Yeah, you should have just turned him through it. I mean,
he was trying to get some style points.
Baden wasn't even hardly out of the box as hard as he hit it when DeLauder picked it up off the ground there, and on that hard line drive ground ball or hard liner on the ground, and just kind of jogged over and then tossed it over Ruiz's head, and that's not really an easy thing to do because Ruiz can get up there. So
he's probably about 6'3".
But Hartman took off and slid into second head first. I kind of winced, worried about that wrist out there as he went in hands first, but looks like he's getting a little better and getting a little, if that wrist was, you would think he would slide on his butt there if he didn't want to throw that hand down there.
What are we, a couple weeks away now from Legion season?
They got to worry about this
3
right
weeks,
now.
Yeah, but you were a little worried there as his coach here.
He's just worried about him in general.
I was just worried about him in general, yeah.
1-0 count here with 2 down.
You're trying to make me, have to be a bad guy here, selfish guy.
Yeah. 1-0 pitch, misses outside for ball 2.
No, I was just trying to parlay this and say.
If I felt that way, I wouldn't say it on air.
June 3rd, right? June 3rd, opening day?
Yep.
Opening night?
Mm-hmm.
At PO?
PO against the 2020 Pennsylvania State champion, Swarsville, PA.
There you go.
2-0 pitch here to Boyles, a big swing and miss for strike one. 2 down here in the inning. Runner on second is Baden Hartman, who reaches on the error.
That 2-0 pitch probably was out of the zone. He needs to let that thing go and make this inning last, but he had a 2-0 ad count.
2-1 to Boyles, misses for ball 3.
Could have possibly been ball 4, but again, Musselman, sticking with the swinging, not taking until they get a strike approach at this point. And I think each kid's a little different, but Boyles did see that 2-0 pitch and got after it.
3-1, misses outside. He still draws his walk anyway, so.
And I think this
2 down and
mound visit definitely to calm
those 2 outs
down a bit.
Well, and a guy that could make it a much more interesting game with one swing of the bat and Jason Myers due up. If he were to get a hold of one, you got to be aware of it, obviously. That would make it a 4-run ball game, and you never know what can happen from there. But Myers does only have 1 home run, but we saw him hit 1 in the sectionals last year. Hit a few, I think, in the Legion season. So certainly a talented bat coming to the plate. 1 for 2 today is Myers, so just be aware of the situation, I think, as well. But for Lane DeLautry, he could have been out of this inning. It's just a bad throw, leading to 2 on now for the Applemen with 2 down, and Myers coming to the plate, who's 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a single.
Yeah, part of that is telling him, hey, settle down. I know you're mad at yourself for that throw, but don't let it, don't let it affect your pitching. You just clear your mind, get that out of your head, and get this batter here. And you got a big lead, throw to contact, and
pitch to Myers, hit off the inside part of the bat. Canarium gets to it for the final out of the inning. Into the bottom of the 5th. Hedgesville 9, Musselman 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
Back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Eagles 9, Appleman 2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hedgesville looking to extend its lead over Musselman after the Appleman had a little bit of opportunity, but Myers going down on a first pitch swing to end the inning. Aiden Seitz remains on the mound for Musselman in relief of Jason Myers. And it is Canarium, Gano, and Braylon Connor due up here in this 5th inning. Connor's due up to get his 4th at-bat of the ball game in just the 5th inning, showing the big rally that Hedgesville had in the 2nd to pull away in this one, with 8 runs coming across in that 2nd inning.
Yeah, I mean, he said it in the onset here that he swung at the very first pitch there after that walk, and after the mound visit, Musselman have to be a little more patient down 7. I know they like to hit the baseball, but the situation probably calls for them to do all they can to extend those innings and take a few pitches. But, at this point, they need to get back in the game. They feel like their best chance is to swing that bat and get some rallies going and try to let Hedgesville know that they've been here. And it just right now Hedgesville just has total control of the game.
9-2. Canarium takes the first pitch. It's a called strike. Next one hit on the ground. This could be trouble. Hartman gets to it in the hole. Throws on the run. Not going to be able to make that play, though. The Canarium is on with a infield single.
Yeah, I mean, when you see that off the bat, I thought it was targeted for left field, but Hartman able to grab it before it gets in there and keep him to a single.
Yeah. Hartman's one of those guys. Braylon Connor on the other side, another guy that can, get after it. And these two guys cover a lot of ground and make some plays that you don't really see at this level all the time. Just really good hustle plays by those two guys on the Musselman team and the Hedgesville team.
Throw over, not in time there on the courtesy runner, courtesy of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. Two guys you just talked about will be playing for the Hornets this summer.
How many guys between these two teams you got on your team? Your 19U team?
Not sure.
5, 6, 7 maybe? 7?
Probably.
That's a stat we need you to get, Spencer.
Yeah.
I don't know the roster.
Yeah.
I know kind of the roster.
It's on Tripp's Facebook. 2-1 count.
You're right.
Or 1-1 count, excuse me.
But there have been additions.
Runner takes off. Hit and run situation. Gage Gano sends one towards second. Moberly dives out for it, but it's into right field. Runner now going to take third as the hit and run works perfectly for the Eagles, and that will bring Braylon Connor to the plate.
He had a great job there. I mean, runner took off, forced Moberly again to his right, and ground ball. Gage did a nice job looking for something to pull there. Ground ball got in the gap. left a big, huge hole there, and he found it, and he got that base hit, and we split the runners one first and third.
The answer to my own question is 6.
6, okay.
Of your what, 20? You got 20 on your team?
18.
18. So 6 of your 18 are right here tonight.
That's the percentage there, Spencer. 1/3.
Third. It's a third.
33.33333.
There we go.
Got an opportunity
Broadcast
here.
majors, not math majors.
Connor pops it up into left field.
Lower wants it.
And Kyle Lower makes the play over there in shallow left center.
Not deep enough for anybody to score there.
I think the runner left early, too.
I knew he wasn't going.
So that will bring Noah Brown to the plate.
Great RBI spot if you're Noah Brown.
He has one tonight. Single, sacrifice, RBI, and a ground out for him. Runners on first and third. For Brown, the 2-hole hitter, throw over, not in time. Gage Gano staying on first.
Got a little bit of update.
Courtesy runner on third.
A little update on Patterson. They say he was throwing up a bit, and he's getting better now. I think he might have been a bit dehydrated there.
Runner takes off, and Gage Gano, they'll allow him to take it on the catcher's indifference. Well, it's good it's nothing physical, and just kind of a maybe dehydration or whatever.
Yeah, dehydration. That's the kind of initial onset here, as he was sick on the stomach there a bit, get some fluids in him, see how he feels.
1-0 pitch. Check swing there from Noah Brown, but ruled a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Brown with 2 runners in scoring position, just 1 down here in the inning. And a 9-2 Hedgesville lead over Musselman. Aiden Seitz checking the base runners now at second and third and delivering the next pitch. Just missed.
Yeah, Aiden's going to have his hands full trying to keep those 2 guys from scoring with hot-hitting Noah Brown. And, of course, the big 3-sport leader there on deck, Jackson Ruiz. Just a tough lineup to get through as we've watched them hit the ball up and down the lineup. As Connors in the 1-hole's got a hit, Noah Brown's got a hit, Ruiz got a hit, Patterson's got a hit, Quinn got a hit.
Brown sends this one off the glove of Dylan Stevens. That will allow a run to come in to score. Hedgesville extends the lead to 10-2. Gano's going to come around to score as well. Now 11-2 on the 2 RBI single from Noah Brown.
And now we're 1 run away. Noah Brown signals the run rule.
Significant.
Well, no, I'm saying he signifies.
Yeah.
Tripp, thank you there. You got me out of there.
You had me very confused there.
I probably had confused myself there for a second.
Jackson Ruiz 1 for 3 on the day, and Ruiz can potentially put this one away.
All 9 hitters in the lineup have at least 1 hit, and many with multiple hits. So, they're getting contribution up and down the lineup here.
Ruiz takes the first one for a called strike. 11-2. Hedgesville leading Musselman. Nobody expected this.
I was going to say that.
In this 5th inning.
Looks like we could be back here tomorrow.
Ruiz takes this one outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Aiden Seitz on the mound for the Applemen. Again, Jefferson sitting there already locking up their spot in the regional championship after winning Section 2.
I had joked around with Pedersen's dad and Kevin Canby prior to the game there behind the bleachers about this possibly being a, I said we've seen all these tight games. It wouldn't surprise me if both these teams jumped out and just hit the cover off the ball tonight for this rest. But
runner takes off, fouled away by Ruiz.
But only one listened, so
yeah.
At this point, who knows with these EPAC guys? But
still 2 innings left.
Yeah, at this point, if they don't push this run across, Musselman has to do all they can to keep that Noah Brown from coming across the plate, or it's over.
Brown over there on first was trying to take second base on the last pitch, but he'll take this one inside as Ruiz.
Yeah,
Brown down there at first.
If Brown can get himself to second base, will himself to second base with 1 out, that gives him, two guys that, Jackson or the
runner takes off, and Brown Ruiz fouls it off his leg then after fouling off the pitch. Brown will retreat to first.
It looked like the thigh there. Luckily not the knee.
Coach Grove's going to come over and slow it down, give him a chance to gather himself before coming back to the plate. On a 1-2 count with 1 out in the inning, Brown over there at first. Wolf is in the on-deck circle due to the sickness of Pedersen, causing him to come out of the game. The 1-2 pitch to Ruest, fouled away again on a pitch running in. Possibly could have been a ball, but Jackson fouls it off.
It went over my head. It said on it, Baseball Pro HST1 when it
Runner
went by.
takes off, and Ruest fouls that one away. They've been trying to get this hit and run going. Something that Hedgesville has executed a lot with Jackson Ruest.
They're going to have to run for Noah. He's out of breath. Time, we need a pinch runner here. He's done. He's done ran first to third 3 or 4 times. He's going to call time out. Look. He's going to call time to tell Buck Hoffmaster, I need to get a breather here in case Ruest puts one down in the corner.
1-2 count, 1 down. Seitz looks into his catcher. Boyles delivers the 1-2, and again fouled away by Jackson Ruest.
Sure, trying to catch it.
Trying to get me in the midsection here with those 5 foul balls.
Luckily, there's a net here.
And everywhere.
Now, yeah. Well, I guess there would always be some sort of thing behind home plate, but 1-2 count with 1 down.
I'm not sure that Hedgesville has got any fireworks set out there in the woods, but they certainly have some fireworks in those bats tonight.
The 1-2 is again Brown takes off, hit over the head of Seitz. He knocks it down. Ruest sprinting for first, safe at first base. As Jackson Ruest able to come through there. It was kind of weird because it looked like Ruest was checking to see if Seitz got it instead of keeping his head on the base. And I don't know if that slowed him down, but it looked like it made it almost a closer play.
Yeah, Seitz jumped up off that mound and knocked it out of the air, tipped it back to himself, and he kind of played the tip game there a little bit, and he ended up dropping his glove and throwing it over with two bare hands there, and he threw it across. And Ruest, once he seen he had a shot, he turned the burners on and took off. So now you got the winning run at second with 1 out.
Wolf coming to the plate. He takes the first one for a called strike at the knees on the inside corner.
Wolf, who came in for Pedersen. Pedersen 2 RBIs on the day. So this, 4-hole in the lineup, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run scored.
And Wolf fouling it off here.
Wolf coming in, getting a chance here, showing a little bit of the personnel depth that Hedgesville has. Hedgesville's a little deeper as far as position players or personnel. I think Musselman's a little deeper pitching, but I'm not sure they're as deep personnel-wise as far as, guys they can bring off the bench and put in the position as Hedgesville is.
The 0-2 pitch to Wolf misses low and outside for ball 1. I mean, for example, their trip, now it's only in 42 at-bats, but that's a decent sample size, and Wolf hitting 333.
Yeah.
He doesn't even play that much. So.
Right. So, I mean, it's just, and it just shows you what they have there, and I believe he's only a junior.
Great stop by Bulls.
1-2 pitch again misses.
Yeah,
ball 2.
That's a great point because twice now he's kept the ball from going to the backstop. Because if that gets to the backstop, now you're 1 out away. I mean, you're sitting 90 feet away from ending the game with 1 out, and anything could happen there. A ground ball, pass ball, anything at all.
The 1-2 pitch. Check swing from Wolf didn't go around. Again, Boyles blocks. He's working hard behind the plate here. A 2-ball, 2-strike count. 2 on for the Eagles and a 11-2 ball game. Run rule is in effect if Hedgesville can get a run across. Musselman trying to keep the game going. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the sectional championship, a win for the Eagles. Will play again tomorrow night. The pitch here to Wolf, lined into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Runner coming across to score. The throw in from McClintock up the line. We have a collision here at home plate, and Brown is ruled safe. And Hedgesville wins it 12-2 over the Musselman Applemen to force another game tomorrow night.
Yeah, you got Coach Hartman trying to argue what was going on there. It looks like they wanted to throw the assistant coach, get him out of there, or at least Coach Hartman said get out of here before you get tossed.
Well, he just didn't like the fact that his catcher was run over there, and I think they're going to – I mean, what could happen here is you could actually get to – I think the only thing that can really happen here is they could call interference on the catcher, possibly get him thrown out of the game.
And they called him safe.
Yeah, so they officially ruled him safe. I think I get that he got ran over, but both guys have a right to the plate, and he was in the baseline. It's a tough play.
That has been a call that I don't even think the MLB has completely figured out just yet. But anyway, the throw come in and it hopped, and Taryn was in a great position to make the play, and it just popped over his head, left him vulnerable. And here come Noah Brown around, and he has to right to the plate, like you said. Taryn doesn't have the ball at that point, and so I think if Taryn catches the baseball and then there's that collision there, we've got an issue. But because Taryn was up the line without the baseball, I think that's where we're at. But luckily he wasn't hurt. I don't think there was anybody trying to be malicious there. Just two guys trying to do the best they can for their their respective teams.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see. Good hustle on both ends. So we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of this break, we will send it to the post-game show. We'll be joined by head coach Eric Grove and our player of the game. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the post-game show. So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex here in Hedgesville, West Virginia, as we welcome you into the Rocks Fast, Fresh, Friendly post-game show. Rocks local markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis down on the field, waiting to be joined by Victoria's head coach Eric Grove as we are headed to another game here between Hedgesville and Musselman tomorrow night, right back here, unless, of course, it gets rained out. We'll keep you updated on social media, but let's get into our game summary, brought to you by the Farmers Mechanics Insurance Companies. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. The game was tied at 1 after the first inning, but then Hedgesville explodes for 8 in the second. Musselman gets a run back in the third, but then those 2 runs come across here in the fifth to get the 3 runs coming across in the fifth to get the 12-2 win. Run rule win over the Appleman. Certainly shocking to see a run rule game with how close this sectional tournament has been, but Hedgesville got to Jason Myers there in that second inning, and Musselman really never could get it going against Lane DeWater.
Yeah, they never really got it going after that. They found themselves down and couldn't get that and they just couldn't get that second inning to end no matter what. And Musselman is credited with 3 or 4 errors here, but I mean even those errors, the balls were just crushed at times. Nobody. I mean, give a couple errors to Hartman out there, and I'm a big Hartman fan, but and they'll say maybe one way or the other, but those balls not many people handle at this level. Even at the next level, those balls are just hit on the screws. But that's just that's just the way it is. You hit the ball hard, and you got a shot at this level in Hedgesville. They've got 13 hits on the board and a couple of balls that were hit that got accredited errors to. But I mean, even some of their outs were lined out. I mean, they hit the ball hard tonight. They never got really what you would call, a little Texas leaguer or a chop or anything. They hit everything hard.
So we're going to send it down to Spencer with our player of the game, Braylon Connor. Spencer, go ahead and take it away.
We're joined by Braylon Connor, a 2-for-4 day with 2 RBIs for you at the plate to lead things off, and a great result for your team today in 5 innings.
Yep, definitely. Felt way more comfortable in the box than I have in the past games, and we know we needed to come out here and get this win so we can play tomorrow and win this thing.
And you guys got that win on Friday. Just seemed like it was kind of scattered throughout the lineup with hits, and everybody, it was just 1 RBI for each of those 6 RBIs, but today you guys came and brought it.
Yes, sir. We definitely came out tonight as a team, everybody hitting the ball, and that's exactly what we need to do to get this win tonight.
And Coach obviously told you, he said no celebrating yet. You got to win another one tomorrow. How much do you think this helps you momentum-wise headed into tomorrow?
Definitely. Beating them in 5 innings tonight is definitely a big momentum shift for tomorrow. We got to come out tomorrow and do the same thing we did tonight, get the win.
All right, thanks for the time, and congrats on being our player of the game.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll send it back up to you till Coach Grove comes over.
Thank you, Spencer, along with Braylon Connor, our player of the game, brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. We had him at 3 hits. I guess the game changers had him at 2, but either way, a great night, and we'll send it down to Spencer with Coach Grove.
Coach, from Friday night to now, your team, obviously, you talked in the pregame interview that you guys came in and hit on Saturday, and looked like it helped tonight. You guys got on the ball early and often.
Yeah, sometimes those things don't translate. We haven't had very good Monday games, but maybe we're on that WWW thing we were talking about. I can't say enough about our effort. We were loud. We act like we wanted to be here. We didn't treat like last week like it was the end, and we can't treat tonight like it's the end. I mean, this is hopefully a stepping stone on the good things tomorrow and beyond, but we're going to have to earn it because I'm sure they're going to regroup and be ready to go.
Up and down the lineup, guys were hitting today. Guys were bringing guys in, kind of go back to that hitting, but how does that make you feel as a head coach knowing, hey, we didn't necessarily do it. We got the win on Friday, but we didn't do what I wanted them to do at the plate, and now that happens and gives you huge momentum heading into tomorrow.
For sure, and like we played Spring Mills last week. I think we got progressively better offensively last week, and I don't want to decelerate here. And I mean, the thing is, I think a lot of their pitching is fairly similar, so I'm hoping that we're attacking fastballs early in the count. Was a little bit upset in the beginning just because I felt like Myers was strike one fastball, and we were taking it, fouling it off, not ready to swing in the box, but then second time through the lineup, third time through the lineup, really got aggressive. And, I mean, you have to put the ball either on the ground or a line drive. Anybody can catch pop-ups and fly balls, but we hit the ball off the barrel a lot tonight, a lot of downward action. That helped us.
And Lane on the mound tonight doing what Lane normally does.
Yeah, I mean, this is big for him. I know he wants the ball in this type of game, and he's had mixed results. Tonight was a good result, and I think it's what would do a lot for him going forward, hopefully, if not the rest of this year and next year, to win one of these big games. And like the pressure is going to be pretty 50-50 tomorrow now. I feel like they had a lot of pressure today just because we were in this situation a couple years ago, and when you only have to win one, you can't take a game off. And I don't know if they took a game off. We just hit the ball really well. So, but that doesn't mean we're going to hit well tomorrow. We have to come in with the right mindset, and it'll probably be a close game, be my guess.
And Brett had to come out of the game. Is he doing okay?
We got a couple sick kids, which is concerning. But you can't, we'll try and hydrate them up and see what's up. That's not an excuse. That's where our depth's going to come into play if he can't go. But the ones that are sick are tough, so I imagine they're going to do as much as they can to be out here tomorrow. And we'll probably keep it pretty similar. It'd be pretty bad coaching to mix up the lineup too much. So unless I have to, and we'll see about that in the morning.
Congrats on the win. Thanks for the time. We'll be back here tomorrow. Thank you. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Coach Grove, along with Braylon Connor. Tripp, any thoughts on just the game overall and, of course, what Coach Grove and Braylon were able to say after the game?
Yeah, I thought they hit the nail on the head. Said, ain't time to celebrate yet. We came in, we had a plan, and we executed it, and we feel like we could, we feel like we can hit this pitching, and you've seen some confidence there, and that has to be, with that pitching staff that Musselman has, and for Hedgesville to feel pretty confident as it sounded when he talked to Braylon and talked to the coach there. I mean, that says a lot, and so they're feeling pretty good about themselves coming in tomorrow. They're going to face one of the best pitchers in EPAC, I would assume, with Dylan Stevens. Is he ready to go as long as he's feeling good? So I think Musselman will put the ball in his hands, and rightfully so. But, Hedgesville probably have to go back to Matthews. It's his turn in the order, so we're going to see a sort of a rematch there. More than likely, I can't say that for sure, but that would be the first guess. But I mean, Musselman has to be concerned that, that how they're going to get these hitters out, and they're going to have to do a little better pitch selection, with what they're throwing and try to get these guys out, try to get them off, kind of timing things up, maybe pitch a little backwards and whatnot. But right now, after tonight's game, Hedgesville just has a tremendous amount of momentum going into tomorrow. They have to feel good about themselves, but can't sit on it. And this is a game that he's played by teenagers and young guys that they just show up one day and the next day they don't. That's the coach. That's what the coaches will all tell you that he said it, hit the nail on the head when he said, hey, they came here and they act like they wanted to be here. And when you see that, you have an opportunity, you have a chance to win. And Musselman just came out in that 8-1. I mean, nobody can hardly overcome, that kind of an inning that Hedgesville erupted with.
Yeah, definitely tough to overcome an 8-run inning. We're now getting into our game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer around 11 South Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. Started the Appleman, 1 hit for Kyle Lohr in his 3 at-bats. He did score a run. Baden Hartman goes 1 for 2 with an RBI. No hits from Boyles, 1 hit for Myers. No hits from McClintock. None for Bohr, none for Stevens. Chansey legs out an infield single, 1 for 1 day for him. Seitz 0 for 1 and Moberly 0 for 2. A 4 for 20 day at the plate for the Applemen. On the mound for Musselman, Jason Myers goes 1 2/3, 6 hits, 8 runs, 1 earned. Doesn't seem completely right, but 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 2 2/3 for Aiden Seitz. 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. In the Hedgesville side, Braylon Connor gets 2 hits. Noah Brown gets 1. Ruesch with 2. Pedersen with 1. Wolf with 1 in the game-winning hit there. Quinn with 1 and 2 RBIs. Pence with 2. French with 1. Canerium with 1. And Gano with 1. 13 for 30 at the plate was Hedgesville laying to water. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. We will conclude this broadcast. Again, we're back here tomorrow night. Again, if there is some sort of rain out, stay tuned on social media. But that does it here for us. Have a good night, everyone. For Colin McLaughlin, our cameraman, Dylan Bishop, who you'll hear from momentarily back in the studio, Spencer Dupuis, Tripp Tobin. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long, everyone. Once again, your final score, 12-2. Hedgesville wins in 5 innings over Musselman. Have a good night, and we'll be back here tomorrow.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rox, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Welcome into the post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Post-game scoreboard show brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Dylan Bishop here with you for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, where you just tuned in to Game 1 of the sectional playoffs championship between the Hedgesville Eagles and the Musselman Applemen, where the Eagles get a 12-2 victory, the 10-run rules, in 5 innings, setting up a winner-take-all game for the sectional championship scheduled for tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We'll get you some scores from around the rest of the baseball world here tonight. It's currently the middle of the 8th inning at Camden Yards, where the Orioles trail the Angels 9-5. Shohei Ohtani got the start on the mound tonight. Currently the top of the 7th inning in Toronto, where the Yankees are currently leading the Blue Jays 6-0. Top of the 7th in Boston, 5-1 Mariners, a lead over the Red Sox. Middle of the 5th in St. Louis, a 4-0 lead for the Cardinals over the Brewers. Braves currently leading the Rangers 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Middle of the 3rd in Houston, 4-0 lead for the Astros over the Cubs. The Reds lead the Rockies on the road 1-0 in the top of the 2nd inning. One game already final today. The Nationals with a 10-3 win over the New York Mets in D.C. A few games that have not started yet. 9:40 first pitch in Oakland as the A's take on the Diamondbacks. 9:40 start time for the Padres and the Royals. 9:45 for the Giants and the Phillies. And 10:10 p.m. for the Dodgers and the Twins. One game tonight in the NHL. Game 7 in the 2nd round of the Western Conference playoffs between the Dallas Stars and the Seattle Kraken. No score after 1 period. That game on ESPN. No games in the NBA tonight. The Western Conference Finals will kick off tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. on ESPN. Game 1 from Denver, Colorado, between the Nuggets and the Lakers, immediately after the NBA draft lottery on ESPN. So again, your final score from Hedgesville, 12-2 Eagles over the Musselman Applemen, setting up a winner-take-all game for the sectional championship tomorrow night. This has been the Cody's Auto Body post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. I'm Dylan Bishop, hoping you have a great rest of your Monday evening.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, The Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.